Hey, what's up everyone? Spin is back again with another unboxing. This one being the Sonic X Shadow Generations CE from Limited Run Games. Apparently there's a whole bunch of stuff around this. As I was getting ready to record, I actually got an email from Limited Run Games saying that they are aware of some of the issues that some people were having with these. I've only seen a few things on Twitter of some of the production kind of glitches people were having with these statues that don't look as they should and so on. So hopefully mine isn't like that, but we shall see. This box is huge, but before I get into the unboxing, just some quick preliminary things. Just like I did with my Tomb Raider one, which wasn't that long ago, I'd like to share with everyone the dates for everything. I ordered this on August 19th, 2024, and it has arrived to me today on December 23rd, 2025, day before Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas to me, I guess. But let's go ahead and get into this. This is what you get right when it comes out of the box. I'm not sure how important this is, but the cardboard box that the shipping box that this comes in, there was a little cardboard insert for the game if you had chosen to have both things delivered at the same time. I chose to have mine delivered early, so that spot didn't have anything. So take this out of the shipping box, and this is what we get. This big behemoth in this plastic thing here. It's got a little limited run sticker on it, but other than that, it's just plastic. So we'll go ahead and take that off, and then I'll give you a proper view of this box here. It is big. This box is big. Let's get this plastic out of here. All right, so yeah, we have Sonic X Shadow Generations. This is the box. We'll go ahead and call this the front. If I flip this bad boy over, this is the side of it, and I apologize for this angle here. Yeah, we'll call this the side of it. Limited Run logo there. Kind of the dark Shadow the Hedgehog area. Probably Radical Highway. And then this is the back. Sonic and Shadow for a new generation. So it tells you some stuff about the game itself, which is interesting, I think. I mean, the game isn't in this. The game isn't included with this. It was really, if you purchased this with the game, it really was more of a bundle. You really were buying this and the game. This CE doesn't come with the game, if that makes sense. They're two separate items that Limited Run was just bundling together. As I mentioned before, I already got mine. I've already streamed it and everything. So as soon as I get to uploading that, I'll put a link in the description. It's not up as of the recording of this, but if you're watching this later, check the description. I might have my playthrough of it there. But instead of talking about what doesn't come with it, let's talk about what does. What does come with it is the Sonic and Shadow Dreamcast statue, which is like the big ticket item. We have the Chao Figurines, the official soundtrack, a certificate of authenticity, which is nice. We have an art book, a steelbook for the game, Sonic, Shadow, and Classic Sonic shoes keychain, which is pretty sick, and a commemorative Dreamcast jewel case. So we'll get to popping this bad boy open. Let me just show you this side real quick though, and then I'll open it up here. It's just the Sonic side, logo, Green Hill artwork, Limited Run logo, Sonic Shadow Generations logo. Very cool, very sick. This is the top of the box right here, and it seems to just pop right open with this. Let's go ahead and lift this up here. And we are immediately greeted with some foam. I'll go ahead and get that out of here. Ooh, boy. All right, so very top of this box, and again, I apologize for the angle, but the very top of this box is the art of Sonic Shadow Generation. So let's take this off of the top here. Push that back a little bit. So this is the book. Very cool. Oh man. Shadow Generations characters. Oh, dude, this art is sick, dude. This art is so sick. Look at this. I really love the designs and everything that they went with Shadow for this. The wings are so badass. I love that they use this 06 render to kind of measure everything. That is very cool. Now, what I'm curious is if these are the same pages that are in the digital art book that if you got the digital deluxe version, that came with a digital art book, and I'm wondering if these are the same pages. Editor me, if you can go ahead and put that answer on the screen right now. And there you have it, folks. I'm not sure what the answer is, but you heard it here first. Well, you maybe didn't hear it here first. You probably heard it somewhere else first, but there's an answer nonetheless. So there's the Shadow Generations, and then there's the Sonic Generations side. All the different Chao designs and Sonic himself, and so very cool art book. This is the back of it. I love this art, dude. This art is so sick. This art is so sick. But let's go ahead and keep on trucking along here. All right, so next in here we have this certificate of authenticity for the statue. I guess mine is edition number 05841 of 18,000. Wow. Is there anything on the back? Nothing on the back of it, just a card. So very cool. 'Tis legit. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's throw that over there. I'll throw that over there. Take another layer of foam off. And what have we here? So let's look at these first. So these are the Chao, Hero Chao, and Dark Chao figurines. Look pretty okay to me. They're smaller than I thought they would be, but I'm not quite sure what the expectation was, so let's see here. Very cool. That's the box. There's those. Let's try to pop them out and get a closer look, shall we? I'm gonna start with the Dark Chao. They don't look bad to me. I mean, they got little bases and everything, so again, kind of like the Tomb Raider figures. I think they're definitely good little, like, collectible whatevers to just have on your desk or on your shelf or whatever. Here's the regular Chao. They don't look bad to me. I mean, I think that's a weird bit of yellow-green there, but otherwise they don't look that bad. I think they're rather cute. Happy to have these. These are so cool. And Chaos are so iconic. Like, there's some people that like the Sonic franchise just because they like the Chaos. So I feel like anyone that knows what these little guys are, if they see this, they'll be like, oh my gosh. Very cool. And they came out the box real easy, which I love. So you can enjoy them, set them out if you want, and then you can put them back in the box and still, like, collect them that way. So very cool. We'll take it. So that was the Chao figurines. I like them. I don't really have any strong opinions on them. They're just cute little figurines. So sick. Next in here, what did we have? We have that sick steelbook. Let's check this out. So this is a steelbook for the game. The front of it is this badass shadow render in front of his kind of more dark red and black aesthetic that they have. It's split right down the middle here. So we flip it over and boom, Sonic the Hedgehog. Our favorite boy right on the back there. Looking clean as ever. Holy logo on the side there. Well, not really the logo, but name of the game in the Sonic font there. It does have kind of like a cool, I think that's halftone pattern on either side, which is very nice. We go ahead and pop this bad boy open. Ooh. Hero and Dark Chao to represent them. We got the kind of Sonic Generations circle. So this just says evil, sinister, malcontent Chao. Ooh, spooky. And then we have just says good Chao. Why does this one get all kinds of descriptive and this one's just like good Chao? Evil, sinister, malcontent. Good. All right. Whatever, man. But still, pretty sick. Pretty sick. Love it. And kind of, I mean, I know that this is Sonic Shadow, so I know they're trying to play into like a Sonic Adventure 2 type aesthetic, type vibe, and the Chaos are a really big part of that, so I understand that. But yeah, this is Steelbook. It looks really clean, really nice. I like it. Very cool. Let's keep moving along here though. Underneath that is the jewel case, but we saw these first, so let's go ahead and check these out. So this is the keychains, the Sonic Shadow and Classic Sonic keychains. How do I got these in there? So they're just in like a little bag here. That's rolled up. So we got the one ring that's got all three of them. And here they are. So we got Modern Sonic's shoe here. Very cool. Just a little copyright seg on the bottom there. I think these look really nice, actually. I think that these look very nice. I mean, if I'm nitpicking just a little bit, there is a little bit of something going on over here. Red paint. But I mean, I feel like that could be easily fixed. I'm not gonna judge them too harshly on that. It's very, very, very minor. So there's that. We'll move on to shadows. Very cool. I got the indents here on the heel. The gold underneath for the air shoes. Yeah, these look good. I think these look good. Again, minor nitpick. I feel like that black paint could have gone a little bit further so it actually matches with the tongue right there. Would be a minor nitpick that I could do. They did better on this side, but otherwise I like it. And then here's Classic Sonic. Pretty simple boot here. And then yeah, another minor nitpick. That's kind of scuffed there. And that's kind of scuffed there, but honestly, I really do feel I'm not gonna trip over that, honestly, because a lot of this stuff either A, doesn't bother me that much, and or B, I could probably clean. Now I know there's like maybe a principle of like, well, you shouldn't have to do this. You paid a lot of money for everything in this collector's edition to be in pristine condition. And I understand that, and to an extent, I do agree with that. If I open up this statue, for example, and it's absolutely horrendous, then yes, we're gonna have to address that. But minor stuff like this, like if this is really human made and not, I don't find out that it was just in some factory or something like that. If this is really human made, we mess up, man. I just think the stuff is sick. I'm thankful. So yeah, and some minor scuffs like that. Ain't nothing I can't clean up myself. So yeah, but these are sick. The keychain is super sick. I don't know if I'll use it on anything because of the collector's value of this. Like I would love to have this on some keys or something like that. And I mean, technically these are just all on one ring. So, you could, if you wanted to, just take it off and then put it on a ring of your own if you just wanted the shadow shoe or one of the other ones. It's just a little tiny thing like that. The fact that it's open like that makes me a little nervous, but I've had to deal with these before. You can easily close that, so totally fine. So yep, and then you just put it back on. Very cool. Yeah, these are nice. I like these. Those are sick. We'll take them. We have the commemorative Dreamcast jewel case. So we got the Sonic X Shadow Generations cover art with Dreamcast on the side. So it looks like a Dreamcast case. Dreamcast logo over there. Very cool. This is the spine. Sonic X Shadow Generations, Sega logo. Very, very cool. And then on the back, Sonic and Shadow for a new generation. Newly remastered and enhanced. New bonuses, collectibles, and more. Barcode that doesn't go nowhere. Limited run logo, limitedrungames.com, all kinds of copyrights. Sonic logo, Shadow logo. Very cool, very sick. Let's open it up. Oh, let's go. So we have Sonic, Classic Sonic, and Shadow over where the disc goes. So that is very cool. I like that artwork. I don't know if I've seen that Shadow render before, but I think I've definitely, I'm not sure about that class. Well, maybe I have seen the class. I don't know what I don't remember what I've seen and what I haven't seen, but the renders are clean regardless. They look very cool. And then you have your light and dark Chaos over here again, with the white and black background. And I think it's just the one insert. It's not multiple pages or nothing like that. There's no hidden secrets, so just the one deal there. So yeah, that is the Dreamcast jewel case. Again, kind of just cool for the collection. So I get into these modes where I get kind of like, not nostalgic, but I just am like appreciative and thoughtful, I guess, about my collection. And so maybe if I catch myself in one of those moods, I would put my PS5 disc for Sonic Shadow Generations in here and just, you know, kind of admire it and be like, wow, you know, like it's complete. Like, look at that. Like, I'll have the disc here and whatever else, but most of the time though, we'll leave this like this and it'll just be a cool little collector's item, which is sick. It's a Dreamcast case, you know, it's a jewel case, jewel CD case. So very cool. Happy to have that. I appreciate that very much. And then the next thing we have here is the actual soundtrack, which, oh man, I have been so hyped for this. I'm super stoked to actually have the soundtrack for this game. It's so good, especially the Shadow tracks. So this is the cover of it, Sonic Shadow Generations official soundtrack, excuse me, with that Shadow render on the front there and kind of the edgy aesthetic that they were giving him. This is the spine of it, blue, limited run games, LRCD 133, Sonic Shadow Generations, very cool. And this is the track list. So this is absolutely not the full soundtrack, and it seems to just be the act ones. It's just the act ones of the Shadow stages, some boss battles, the Doom Zone, which is Radical Highway, the White Space theme, the Tokyo theme from the DLC, the Sonic movie DLC, and then I don't know what City Escape Extra Remix and Radical Highway Extra Remix are. Maybe if I listen to this while editing or before editing or whatever, I'll be able to tell you guys what those are. And then the score, Reminisce, and then Without You, which I can't say I know what that song is on the top of my head, but yeah, so very cool. It is shrink wrapped, so let me go ahead and take that off real quick. All right, we got the shrink wrap off here, so let's go ahead and pop this open and bam. So we got Sonic and Shadow over here, looking fly as hell as usual. Same kind of renders that they've been using for this whole thing, but this disc artwork, whoa, this is sick looking, dude. This is super sick looking. We got Shadow riding on the kind of manta thing that you do for when you're in the water, looking super badass. Sonic X Shadow official soundtrack, all the logos and designs, they got the same type of graphic that they've been using for the rest of this. We'll pop this disc off, and we just kind of have the Doom Zone, Radical Highway situation that you get when you're doing the Shadow stuff. So very cool. That looks sick. I think that looks really good. The art on this disc though, dude, looks so good. That looks so good. That's super badass. And then I'm pretty sure, just like the jewel case, this is just a single insert thing. Yeah, there's no multiple pages or nothing like that. I apologize for some of these angles. This box is so big. The Tomb Raider one was a lot smaller, so I was able to have my hands lower and you guys were able to see everything, but this is like right up on the camera, so I apologize. Yeah, so this is the soundtrack. I'm very happy about this. It's not the full soundtrack. There's way more songs, and I'm pretty sure I've been listening to them on Spotify, but very cool to have this as a collector's thing. And to have some of these songs, you know, like I'll definitely import the CD, and whatever songs are here, I'll definitely listen to and play with and whatever. So yes, very cool. Happy to have this. Hey there, Editor Spin here. I just wanted to add a little note about the soundtrack CD that comes with this collector's edition. It was a pain to try to import. So just for comparison, when I unboxed the Tomb Raider soundtrack, I was able to put that CD in my computer, load it up into iTunes, and import it just as normal. All of the information was there. It knew what the tracks were. I didn't really have to do much. Super easy, super simple. The Sonic X Shadow one seemed to have no information, and then it didn't read in iTunes very easily. So I had to find another third-party application that was able to rip it, and then I had to put in all of the metadata manually, and ended up copying a lot of the information from Spotify. Really, the soundtrack that you get in this collector's edition is more of a greatest hits of the full soundtrack. So I don't feel like they intended for this to be copied over. And I know this information is kind of niche, but I like to be thorough with these unboxings. So there is some extra information for you, for those that enjoy it. Back to the video. All right, let's go ahead and pull off this top foam here, because I think what's next is us getting into the actual statue. So that's gonna be this guy in here. I don't know that I'll be able to, I'll try to pull this out on camera here. So if I lay this down and then pull this out. So this is the box for the statue. I'm gonna set that aside real quick just to show you that there's nothing else in here. It's just the foam to keep it secure. So the moment we've all been waiting for, let's go ahead and take a look at the Dreamcast statue. This is the big one, the main event right here. Dreamcast statue. Do a quick tour of the box. This is the front. You kind of been looking at it. It's just the same Sonic and Shadow render with Sonic over here and, you know, kind of the lighter green hill, that stuff over there, and then Shadow over here, and everything being kind of dark and spooky in the Doom Zone. We got Sonic on this side. The back says that the power button lights up. So very cool. However, they're showing a 3D render on the back. That's not an actual image of the statue. So noted. And then we got Shadow on the side here. So that, I mean, there's nothing on the bottom of it. It's just white. So let's go ahead and get this open. I'm so hyped, dude. I'm so hyped to see what this is about. Oh man. There we go. I think we're gonna have to build this just a little bit, which is fine. So let's go ahead and pop that out. Okay, so we have Sonic and Shadow right on the top here. So if I lift this up very gently, I don't want them rolling away here. I'll toss this plastic that way. All right, this is sick, dude. Holding these in my hand is crazy. Now, the one thing that I did see about this statue on X/Twitter, whatever you want to call it, was I think it was about Shadow's eyes, and I do admit that looks, something about it looks a little funky. The paint on the fur, if I'm just kind of nitpicking a little bit, you can see the crease line underneath the arm there. That's a little bad. That's a little bad. And in the ears, speck of red paint there. If I'm really nitpicking, we kind of turn it around. I mean, the models look great. The model on this looks really good. It is really cool to actually hold this in my hand, but some of this stuff on the front here is kind of rough. But I mean, shoes look good. Shoes are fine. Shoes actually look really good. Legs look fine. Hands look fine. It's just the head and face area, I think, that has the most kind of issues with it. Ooh, I don't know what's going on over here. And the tip of the ear. Yeah, it's just the head, man. It's just the head and this kind of chest fur situation that's a little rough, but I don't know. There's a part of me that's like I could ignore some of this. I mean, his eyes look kind of weird, but I don't know if that's just a design thing or if it's an actual flaw of the statue. I don't know. I feel like if I'm not zooming in on it so closely, it don't look that bad. I don't know. I may need to talk that one over with my friends and see what they say. But here's Sonic. I'll get you the up close on him. Definitely some kind of minor things with the paint there again. I really do feel like the eyes look weird. There's some kind of... I don't know how these were stored or what the process was, but it looks like paint, like transfer, like these were played with or something, and someone was kicking them around, or they were in a bin or something, and they, you know, hit something that traded paint with it, is what it kind of looks like for some of this stuff. I don't know if this is important or not, but you can see the kind of line there for how it was assembled, but I don't know. Again, the model itself is pretty good. And the shoes on it and everything look... I mean, again, really, really minor nitpicks, but I probably would have tried to really dial that paint in so it gets all the way up to the sock or whatever, because it's kind of bleeding over. Same thing over here. I would have tried to get that going. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't like to nitpick stuff like this because it's like I want to just enjoy it, but what the hell is going on here? What is that? Is that... I feel like that should be closed in more. Oh, Lord. I was really hoping that I could have opened this and it would have been like, oh yeah, it's fine, you know, like some people had problems, but not me. I'm just gonna do whatever. But now I'm worried that there's gonna be problems. So, oh boy, yeah, because it's the leg there, and then yeah, it kind of separates right there. This whole back plate just seems to be on weird. But oh well, that's Sonic, I guess. Again, the model itself is fine. I think ultimately I would give this like, let's see, Sonic and Shadow both, I think I would give them like 85%, 80%, something in that range of like, they're good. They're mostly done. There's just some tiny polish things that really like, to really make it stand out, like I would have made their eyes look a little bit better. Sonic has the stuff on the back. A chest fur on Shadow, like they don't look bad. I don't think they look bad. It's really harsh to say that they look bad. They look really, really good. But again, it's just like attention to detail, you know, polish stuff, in my opinion, that definitely needs to be adjusted. But we'll set the boys down for a second and let's get on to this actual Dreamcast here. So I'll move that plastic out of the way. So this is the actual Dreamcast, and geez, right off the jump we got a little, it's such nitpicks, but we got a little paint right there. Maybe I could try to clean that off, but the Dreamcast itself, it's really light. It's so light. You got your 4 controller ports. They don't really obviously do anything because this is just the base for it. Power button does click. The open button does not, and obviously this top lid is sealed shut. There's no anything on the back here. And then we have a spot for batteries, and it takes triples, so I can go get those in just a moment. They have the like network modem thing here. It looks like it should remove. And I know that was a function of the console that it removed, but I feel like it should remove in the base, but maybe that's just because they made it really well. This whole top shell looks like it can come off. There's tiny screws in the feet here, so if one wanted to disassemble it for whatever reason, I think you'd be able to unscrew the feet and take this top lid off, again, for whatever reason. But let me go get those triples, and then I'll put the boys on top here, and we'll turn the light on and we'll see what that looks like. So give me just one moment here and we'll get that set up. Okay, I have returned. I have some AAA batteries here. So let's go ahead and put this thing together. So it's like this originally. You just go ahead and slide that out, lift the little thing here. We'll make sure our thing is set to off. We'll drop our triples in there, and there you go. And then we'll set this down. So you see these pegs here. We'll just go ahead and match them up to where they go. So Shadows seemed kind of wide oval, I guess, and Sonic's are more like up and down oval, as in relation to how their feet are. So we'll go ahead and set Shadow up. I'll just push it down, push that down in there, push that down in there. And there is Shadow on the Dreamcast. And then we will put Sonic on, which Sonic is... Wow, is that how that's supposed to be? I feel like that's a little too close for comfort. I feel like that's really too close for comfort. But there the boys are on the Dreamcast there. There it is. I'll do a little 360 spin for you guys. You can get a good look at it. I don't know. I feel like they're a little too close for comfort there. As far as where the spines are kind of touching, I really don't know that I like that. Maybe I should have put Sonic on first and then Shadow. I don't know. But whatever, they're on. All right, that power button clicks in because the Dreamcast light turns on, and damn, that is a lot brighter than I was expecting it to be. But yeah, very, very sick. Let's see, I can try to turn the lights off for you guys so we can see that. Let me try to get those lights real quick. I'll turn this off and then I'll turn the lights back on. I am recording this in the daytime, so there'll probably be some residual daylight that floats through, but let's see what we can do. Okay, so I have made it as dark in here as I possibly can. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit that power button to get that light on, and there you go. It is really bright, like really, really bright. It almost makes this look kind of creepy. But yeah, see, so this top part definitely comes up. It's illuminating this whole side of the console here, and then underneath it's illuminating where the batteries go, which is funny. But yeah, so there you have it. This almost looks creepy how the light is reflecting. But yeah, super, super bright. But yeah, that is the Sonic X Shadow Collector's Edition from Limited Run Games. I do like it. I really have a hard time personally with gauging what is and isn't worth making a fuss about, because on the one hand, like I showed you earlier, there are a lot of tiny imperfections and personal nitpicks on the statue itself, and for a product that cost $200 and some odd, it's kind of hard to just let that slide. However, the $200 and whatever isn't just for the statue. If I paid $200 for this, yeah, that would be a problem. But you're also getting that soundtrack, you're getting that art book, you're getting all these other things, and they'll probably try to say that the box is part of it as well. All of it is designed. You got to print the box. It's a lot of colored ink and all this other stuff. Like if one was to really break down the numbers, I really do wonder how much this statue alone would cost, and if that would change the perception on some of those nitpicks and stuff. But I still do think that on principle alone, some of those things really should be addressed. But I don't know. I struggle with some of that. I don't want to be too harsh, but you definitely can see them. It's definitely a noticeable flaw, we'll say. But ultimately, as a Sonic fan, I think this is sick. This is super, super sick. I definitely will cherish this. I do wish it looked a little bit better. I'll have to talk with Limited Run Games and just kind of follow the updates and stuff like that and see if they're going to be sending replacement statues or at least replacement figures. and see what we can do with that, because I definitely can see some room for improvement on these guys. But all in all, I think the collector's edition is super sick, super cool. I love the design. I like that. I mean, they went very shadow heavy on this, and as a shadow fan myself, I love that. So yeah, very cool. And I don't know what to do with some of the imperfections on this, but we'll see if there's an update. You can follow my socials, or I can post something in the either the comments of this video or on the the YouTube social tab or whatever, if there's an update for this, if you guys are wanting to know what happened, if I did talk to Limited Run or not. Hey, Editor Spin, I can tell you right off the bat that I did need to contact Limited Run Games, because shortly after recording this unboxing video, I wanted to put everything back in the box, because truth be told, I really don't have a lot of space to really display this stuff right now, so I wanted to put it back in the box to store it until a future date. And in the process of taking Shadow off of the Dreamcast base, his heel detached. So I have put in a support ticket with Limited Run. They just got back to me today, December 28th, asking me to take some photos and stuff like that. Typical customer support steps. So I can keep you guys updated if you really want, but I'm hoping that I can get my Shadow replaced. So now you know. But let me stop rambling and say thank you for watching this unboxing video. I really appreciate it. If you got this collector's edition, did yours look like mine? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you didn't get the collector's edition, what do you think of it? Let me know that in the comment section down below. There is more stuff that I have coming that I have just personally pre-ordered that I will definitely unbox. Keep an eye on that as well, and I will see you all in the next one. Later, dudes.